Hey there, welcome to Creative Nature Adventures. My name's Danielle, and I've been trying to do a few more videos for you guys. And people have been asking about plants, and a lot of times when people ask about plants, they really are talking about flowers because they're pretty, they're showy. I mean, who doesn't love flowers? And I was walking the dog and I came across this hibiscus flower. And one of the things that I was going to talk about was the reproductive organs of the flower, because basically that's what this is. This is the, hey, come look at me, I want to make babies part of the flower, or part of the plant, sorry. And as I was looking at it, it's really, as a big flower, it's quite obvious to see it. Now, I'm not a botanist. I am a naturalist. I have worked in the environmental field for a long time. So the botany terms I use are going to be very simple. And if you're interested, there is a wonderful book, and I wish I had it with me. Later on, I'll put it in the comments section. There's a wonderful book, and it's a lot bigger than you think it would be, of just botany terms. Okay, my copy I've had for close to 20 years. It's all weathered. I would probably fight someone to the death to keep this thing. Now, the fun part is I don't really worry too much about botany terms. If I'm trying to tell a botanist what I've seen, I might look one up. But for the most part, I'm not too worried about it, and if I need to, I just pull out that book. So with this, we're going to talk about later how to draw this, but if I were going to try to draw this, and I'm looking head on, so I'm going to start out with basically the shape of this flower. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals, okay? And as I'm looking at it, you know, here's my center. I have one petal that goes this way, one petal that goes that way. This one comes down here. This one goes this way. Okay, and they're kind of overlapping. So these have kind of notchy. And that one actually overlaps a little bit there, and it curls under. Okay, so and we'll do, you know, actually drawing flowers. I'll do it in a different video, but that's basically the outline. And then here I have, so that goes that way, I have the female and male parts of the plant. So I am going to pull this back. Actually, let me show you this first. So this is the stem. These are sepals up here. These, I believe, are little leaflets. Again, not a botanist. This is your little receptacle that holds the ovary. So down here, is the ovary part of the plant. Okay, so here's my receptacle. Okay, I've got my little sepals. And this is coming out, and it's very slight, but you can see it narrows here. So this part would be the ovule. Okay, then it's going to come up, okay, and it stays about the same size the whole way, and then it ends or terminates at a section that we call stigma. Okay, So this is the style, ovary, stigma. Then on some plants, you will have, or I'm sorry, some flowers, you will have a filament, and on top of that will be an anther. And that anther is what holds the pollen. So this is the anther, and it holds the pollen. On this one, on this particular plant, the filaments come off. So I'm going to see if I can make this work. So there's the stigma, and there's your anthers with the pollen. See if I can stain my finger so you can see. Now the whole idea, so we're just going to, here's the petal. So the whole idea really is a pollinator, whether it is an invertebrate, so bees, butterflies, beetles, ants, come in. Either they're picking up the pollen to eat, or sometimes in some flowers they'll have nectar down in here, so it requires the animal to come in and look for the nectar, bumping into the pollen, and then getting it on their little hairs. So if you'll notice, bee bodies are fuzzy, butterfly bodies fuzzy. One of the vertebrates that is actually a pollinator are bats, fuzzy bodies. Beetles, they actually have hairs. Ants, believe it or not, they have little hairs too. So once they get this pollen, then they just fly to the next plant and bump in, hopefully, to the stigma, which then sends the pollen down, and voila. You're going to create a seed, a fruit, whatever it is that your flower's producing for next year's batch. So I hope that was helpful, and next video we'll talk about making leaves, leaf shapes, and using the disc like I did here with the flower, and how you can use it in perspective. All right, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you guys go out and sketch. Bye.